Hey guys, LegalLockPIcker here, and today we are going to key an ABIS rock. I'm going to show you what we need to do that, and we're going to do it. So, as you can see, this is the ABIS rock. It is a monster of a lock here. It's heavy, it looks cool, everything about this is nice, so I'm really excited to do this. You can see the key that it comes with. Is 0-bit, which means there is no bitting in it. There's nothing for the key to push up to. So in reality, you could stick the key in or stick a lockpick in and push all the pins up, and that will give you an unlock. So we definitely can't have that, and so that's what we're gonna do. For comparison, just of how massive this padlock is right here, this ABIS rock. This is the ABIS 64 Ti50. I mean, you can see that it just dwarfs that. It's really a great lock. It's a really incredible find as well. So, put it into perspective a little more. This is a Master Lock 3D. And if you look at the size of it, you can tell that, I think you get the idea. The rock is big. And it's not going to do us any good if it's 0-bit, especially if I'm going to be picking it. So, the tools we need to get started. Alright. There we go. I have everything laid out in front of us to help us get through this process a little quicker. So, one of the first things we're going to need to get this is a screwdriver. A screwdriver is to unlock the core and drop that out so we can pin it. We're going to need our key and pins that we're going to pin this lock with. Today I'm going to use a Sparrows. This is what the key looks like, and these are the pins. I got this from the Sparrows revolver, and so we're going to put that into the ABIS. And the other thing it's nice to have is a pinning tray to hold the pins when they come out. It's also nice to have this right here to hold the core. This is the plug follower. They are very convenient and helps you not drop the pins inside the lock everywhere while you're working on it. It's also important to have tweezers. It makes the job a lot easier. And of course, a C-clip removing device. If most of these look familiar, that's because they all came in most of it, everything but, well, the C-clip remover, tweezers, the plug follower, and that came in this, which was nice. It was actually on sale for a while for $17.99. It was a really good bargain. And that was actually the number 3 prize, which we will go into later for Twitter. Alright. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put the key in. So we put the key in here, and that's going to open it up. We're going to push that out of the way there. And then if you look down in here, you can see there's a screw. Okay, so we need to get that screwdriver down in there and pull that screw out. There's nothing particularly difficult about that. It's important that we save that and don't lose it, because we're going to need it. We are going to need it at the end to put the core back into the lock. So, here we go. So this is the core here. Okay, you can see the back part. This is where the clip is that we need to pull off. We need to make sure we save this tailpiece here. That's what engages the shackle. So we definitely want to save that. So let's get this out. You can see here it goes all the way around, all the way to about here, just past the other part of the tailpiece. If you're anything like I am, you've shot these across the room and lost them, so I'm going to do my best not to do that. So you just put a little pressure on it. And then if you take this part of the C-clip and put it right here and hold on to it, it won't shoot across the room. Hopefully. Alright, we got it. So this is another piece that you're going to want to save because we're going to need that in a little bit. Alright, so now we've got the C-clip off and we're almost ready to take the core, take this part out. This is also the tailpiece part. It goes in like this. It's held in with the C-clip, so definitely make sure you hold on to that as well. There's another important thing you have to take note of when you have this core out like this. If you look at this side right here, you have to push that in order to pull this part out. So you wouldn't be able to do it otherwise. So it's just something. It's not going to affect the way the pins fall out or anything like that, but it's just important that you push that down. But it wouldn't have another effect for doing that, so there's nothing to worry about. Alright. Alright. You just press it a little bit just so it's here on the edge. So it's been pushed down, it's being held down here. And what we're going to do is we're going to take this plug follower. We're going to put it in the back. We're going to turn this part of the key a little bit to the right. Alright, just that much. And we're doing that so that way there is no pins falling out, or, you know, we want to try to preserve this as best we can. Alright, there we go. Gotta be careful to hold on to it so the pins don't fall down. Okay. Alright. So, as you can see, there are 5 pins in here, and there's one that is not pinned up. And that is going to be pinned the second time around. Alright, so this part right here, we want to save this. We don't want to take the other pins out as it is not necessary. So what we'll do is we'll dump the pins out first. Alright. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm just going to show you one of those pins real quick, as there is nothing. They are just standard, they're your basic 0-bit variety pins. Okay. Okay, there it is. Let me... That's it. That's a very basic pin. Okay. So, now that we've got that out of the way, the next thing we want to do is put the new key in with the new pins. Out with the old, in with the new. So this is the old 0-bit. We're going to take that one out, and we'll save that for later. Okay, here we go. Okay, so these are the new pins and the new key. the little tray that's holding on to these things was 3D printed. It comes in, it's great to use, especially in circumstances and situations like this. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is put the new key in. Alright, fits perfectly. So what I did was I had the key start like this. I had everything laid out. So this is how I put it in the tray. So the first pin is going to be this one here, the second, third, and so on. Okay. Okay, that's the first one. Okay, as we're getting towards the end here, it's important that you want to make sure all the pins are flush with the shear line. Because if they're not, you won't be able to turn it. Okay. Okay, here are the pins. You can see that we've made it 6. There. Alright, everything's moving well. And once the key is inserted, you can see. Alright. There we go. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to put it back into the core. And we're going to put the plug back into the core. Be very careful because this part right here has to be pushed in when you're doing that. Alright. Okay, just like before, we're going to tilt it slightly to the right. Okay. All right. Okay. And all right. So far, so good. Now we have to work backwards. Now the next thing we're going to put up is the tailpiece. Okay. Then the next part is the C-clip. Now when you're doing this and you do it more and more, you find that you understand locks a little bit better and you understand the tolerances a little better. Pick placement just a little bit better. At least it did for me. All I have to do is put in something a little bit more. Okay, there we go. Okay, put the key in. Make sure that works accordingly. Make sure it's flush with the bottom of the lock. Okay. The next part is the screw here. So instead of just dropping it in there, what I'm going to do is use the tweezers. Perfect. Okay. Then we're going to make sure that we're pushing the bottom up while we're tightening the screw here at the top. Ladies and gentlemen, there is your keyed ABIS. Now, if you guys remember, on Saturday there was a giveaway. Now, the giveaway was very generous donation from HUK Lockpickers. It was these dual gauge set here. That was the first place. The second place winner got a 12-piece beginner set, an honest 12-piece beginner set. And the third place was a Twitter-only prize. So out of the I think it was 20 or 30 people who did comments, there was only 8 people who entered in the Twitter one. So those 8 people were very smart. The first place prize, Helpful Lockpicker posted already, so I'm just going to tell you, was Cameron Dunn. Second place was Thumper. And third place, which was the HUK Disassembly kit, which is this blue one right here, except it's going to be brand new, went to @CarrieBoggs. I'm not familiar with either of these people, but all you have to do is get a hold of me at LegalLockPIcker@gmail.com. Send me your address, and we'll take care of that as well. So, congratulations, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I really hope that you enjoy all of my videos. If you'd like to see this video and see any of my if you'd like to see this one, of course you want to see it. You saw it. Please subscribe. Make sure you share this so other people can enjoy it as well. And I'll see you guys next time.